should I take COBRA? So if you recently lost your job, whether you quit or got fired in the United States, you're entitled to COBRA. So you have a decision to make on whether or not you should take COBRA, which is basically a continuation of your insurance policy, your health insurance policy with your employer. So I'm going to talk about that today because that's exactly the situation I'm in right now. Please watch the video to the end. And if you haven't already, like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. So here's what happened to me. A month ago, actually closer to 3 weeks ago, I resigned. I left my job because I took a job with another employer, which I started almost immediately. Now, at my old job, my medical insurance kept on going until the last day of the month. That's how it is with a lot of insurance companies, a lot of employer-sponsored plans. They run right until the last day of the month. So if you quit your job or get fired on the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd of the month, you should have insurance until the end of the month. It's not that way with everyone, but I'm noticing the majority of people do have it set up that way. So I had insurance right through the end of January. Now here we are. We're in the first week of February, and my insurance ended. So right now I have no medical insurance. I'm 60 years old, and I'm a hypochondriac, which only makes things worse because I imagine I have all these illnesses and diseases out of anxiety when I really don't have them. So not having medical insurance just compounds the issue, makes it worse and worse. So my medical insurance with my new employer will not start until April 1st. There's a 90-day wait. That's how it is with most jobs. You have to wait 90 days before you're eligible for benefits. So you knock off the first 30 days because I still had insurance with the other employer. So now it's a 60-day wait. What do? I just got the letter in the mail for COBRA. The cost for me alone, a single person, is about $1,000 a month. I had a really good plan. I had a $500 deductible, what they used to call like the Cadillac of medical insurance. So I always take the best. I don't like to gamble or take chances. So I had a really good plan. So, but that'll cost me $1,000 a month if I want to continue it. Now, I have a few options. I actually have 60 days to make a decision as to whether I want to continue that insurance or not. I have to notify them in writing. I have a form to fill out. I can either email it or fax it or hard mail it, snail mail it back within 60 days. And the payment, I don't have to make the payment when I do that. I can just send the form right back. But the payment has to be made within 60 days. The insurance will not start until they receive the payment. So what will happen is my medical insurance will go into a pending status. So if I go to the doctor or the hospital or whatever, they run the insurance, it's going to say I'm not insured, no insurance. So I'm kind of contemplating, what do I do? Do I wait it out? Most people say the best approach is to just wait it out. COBRA, if you're taking COBRA just as a stopgap from one insurance policy to the next job, from one job to the next job, if that's why you're taking it and it's only 90 days or 60 days, it's not worth spending $1,000 a month. Unless you're in a situation where you have very expensive medications, for instance. There are people that are taking heavy-duty meds that are very, very expensive. then it's probably cheaper to just pay the $1,000 a month for COBRA than pay out of pocket for those meds. So this is definitely not a one-size-fits-all. I'm just telling you my own opinion, my own experience, and what I'm doing. I'm not telling you what you should do. You have to weigh all your options. So this is just me thinking out loud. But for most people, it's probably better to wait it out if you have another job and you know in 2 months or 3 months you're going to have insurance. So what I did was I filled out that form. I have it all ready to go. And I even wrote out a check because it's pointless to send the form back without payment because the insurance won't kick in. I even wrote the check out. I have it all ready to go. If, God forbid, something major happens, by major I mean a heart attack, a stroke, an accident, something where you're going to need to be hospitalized, and that's going to cost thousands and thousands, probably tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I have that ready to go in the unlikely event that something like that should happen. The problem is with that approach, let's say something happened in 50 days or 40 days, I would have to back pay the whole premiums that were due from day one because COBRA would be retroactive. So even though I have 60 days to activate it, I will owe them back to the first day of when I lost my coverage with my old employer because it's retroactive. It doesn't start when you say, hey, start it now, start it today. It goes back. But still, in a situation where you have a catastrophic event like a heart attack or something along those lines, then it's probably worth it, even if it's retroactive. Just as a side note, as I said earlier, I am a hypochondriac. I have health anxiety. These days they call it health anxiety. I'm 60 years old, but in my day, we called it hypochondriasis. You were a hypochondriac. And I do tend to obsess over my health. If I get a little twinge here, a little twinge there, my mind goes to the worst possible scenario. If I get a headache, automatically I think it's a brain tumor, that type of thing. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. In fact, if you can relate to that, comment below. Comment about it. I would love to hear other people's experiences with health anxiety. I don't mean to get off on a tangent. This is about COBRA, but it all sort of ties in. So I do obsess and worry about these things. So I would say the next 60 days are going to be a little stressful for me, but I will get through it, and I'm going to just ride it out until my new insurance kicks in. Thanks again for watching to the end. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and it helps me out. Until next time, peace out.